Hi, welcome back to CMG Aura Space Trading Channel. We provide FX weekly and daily live updates on DXY, JPY, and gold. We also provide airdrop gigs. Also, check in this video description for your 100% deposit broker link. CMG Aura Space, poverty is the common enemy. So, now back to our regular thing that we do, right? So today's date actually, in fact, the pending week that we are going to look at will be 26th week, right, in 2024. So this is if you have been with us, right? And then if you are new, then this is what we do. Since the beginning of the year, we provide weekly analysis, right? Then in the course of the week, we provide you updates, whether to determine, right, to actually confirm that whatever initial setup or perspective that we had is actually going to play out or not, right? So that's what we do. So we provide you the training from beginners, intermediate, and then advanced. So you can actually make use of this. It's very structured. You have no worries. If only you'll be determined and then dedicated, very resilient, then you'll be good to go. So now, like we do always, we are going to do have the recap of 2025th week, right? That was the recent week. So now, the recent week, our initial setup, in fact, our perspective was that market started from here. We see this particular top here, right here. Let me just give you maybe something to show you to demonstrate. So this is where market began, right? We saw markets around that place. So that was actually our presumed or resistance level that we got to, right? So when we got there, I told you that market does not move in a straight line, right? And for that matter, if it moves up, it will retrace a bit, then move up, even though it's going to be a general uptrend or a downtrend. But it will not move in a linear sense, straight line. It will never happen unless there's a news. Even when there's a news, it's only some candles, right? On a higher time frame, only one candle that's going to do that. And then later you see some kind of retracement in the lower time frames, right? So that is what happens. So when you got here, I told you, in fact, I told you all the time that I don't clean out any markets, right? From the initial setup, I don't clean up until I come back for the new setup or a new analysis. So that's what you do. So if anything at all, it's just a matter of adding more markings, but not to remove or delete any previous markings. So any further markings is just for confluence. So that's what I do. Then if any afterwards, then I have to do some cleanup. So that's what I do. So we said market was going to retrace to this point. Then when it gets to this point, either it will continue down or go up. But our initial perspective was that we were on the higher side of the market, rallying, as in going up, moving up. That was our initial setup, right? From the last week, like I'm doing now. So that is what happened, right? So it actually got there, right? And then the market started moving up. Let me be honest with you. Even though I did the setup, I am the brain behind this setup or this business, right? When I did it and I got to this particular candlestick, current candlestick, right? When we got there, imagine, in fact, bear in mind that the moving average, even though you see it now to be up here, just above this candlestick, bearish, strong candlestick, on that at that time, the AMA, sorry, MA was actually below this candle. That was what happened. It was just around it. So I was very shaky, having some doubts a bit, right? So I thought even though I had the higher perspective that it was going to move up, when it got here, I was a bit shaky. So I was still monitoring to see if it will break this line, right? This neckline and then go down. But when it got there, it was actually a fake out just to make you feel uneasy. So that was what happened. And then we move up to this level. So if you had actually watched this video, right? And then you traded and you obey the initial setup, then you would have been in a huge profit. That is the truth. Now, so in the course of the day, like we do, right? We give you the initial setup. Then in the course of the week, we see if it is going to still obey or otherwise. So we actually move to this level, right? So when we go to this level, you see what happened here. There was a kind of a small consolidation. I would say, yeah, here it will not look like a consolidation, right? But on the lower time frames, it will look more of a consolidation, right? Consolidating, right? So looking at and then seeing that bearish candlestick, it was forming like a candlestick pattern called bearish engulfing, or better still, evening star. Let me put it, yeah, the best way, evening star. But it didn't actually finish forming that evening star. To me, that was not a complete evening star. If you don't know what these candlesticks actually are, please check in our playlist called the intermediate. Intermediate playlist actually address all kinds of candlestick patterns. In fact, the popular ones, which actually have higher potential of what changing or causing effects in the market. So to watch that video if you have not watched that, because if not, things that we do here will look a bit clumsy or you see evasive. So that is it. So we got there. So when we got there, right, on Friday actually, or on Friday actually, Friday. So this is what I was seeing. So I came back again to give you that kind of what a top up, right? A build up on that initial setup. So that's where we are actually, and then market close on Friday. So I am not going to do anything. I'm just going to continue in this sense. So on 4-hour time frame, at this level, I see it to be what a supply zone. If you don't know what is a supply zone, once again, I've addressed that supply zones. Yes, on this channel. So supply zone here. So that's what I see. If you should take this back, you're going to see that, but I don't have time to go back that much. That is why I use my markets. The markets helps me so that I don't have to go back. You understand? So that is why it's important to do your markets. In fact, your chart should be clean, readable, and understandable. So that's what I do. So whatever I see, I know what it means. So here looks like what a supply zone. So when we and a supply zone, right? Looking at the type of candlesticks that form part in that form, you can actually ascertain or confirm that this is what is up next. Of course, you're not a market maker, but you are just looking at the market structure and then the patterns and everything. Then we can come out with what a prediction for that matter. So that is what we are seeing here. So on this 4-hour time frame, right? I'm continuing with the week 26. So on this 4-hour time frame, I'm just watching. I am not going to say much here. I'm watching and see how long consolidation will happen here, or what kind of candlesticks are going to form here. Strong one for that matter. Then I will come back and then decide. So here, I'm going to keep my word. I'm going to reserve my comment here and then see what will happen. Or whatever the case may be, if there's another confluence or another strong aspect on the higher time frame, then I can say something. But on the 4-hour time frame, that is what I see, right? So you see the markings here, right? You see that I do the marking and I give you some foresight. You understand? So you see, so high means that higher probability of what dropping, then the top lower probability of what going up. Now, even if it goes up, there's another resistance here. So bear in mind. So if you're already in a trade, for that matter, sales trade on DXY, that could be EU, GU, AU. AU is what Australian dollar against the American dollar. So if you are in sales on in any of these, it's just a matter of monitoring the market or massaging and then waiting. Then, so I'm not advising you to pull out, but yet everything is subjective. It depends on you because I'm not a direct mentor. So you decide if you have to exit just when market opens for a Sunday evening, or you are going to wait and then enjoy the ride. So that is what I have to say on DXY on 4-hour time frame. Let's move to the daily time frame. Great. Now, the daily time frame here, it looks more bullish. It looks more bullish, right? I must be honest with you. On the daily time frame, it looks more bullish, right? And then on a 4 hour time frame, you were quite indecisive there. So that is it. Now let's look. So I'm expecting at least price to move to this level, right? On the daily time frame, price could move here. You see, I told you in the 4 hour time frame, I was also expecting price to get to this level, even though my hope, or yes, is quite what on the lower side. But that is it. It doesn't matter. I can actually get there, and then we see what will happen next. So, on the weekly time frame, this is the general overview of whatever we do. So on the weekly too, market is quite bullish. It's quite bullish, right? But bear in mind, on the weekly, market can actually open and then come back a bit, or on weekly, it can actually consolidate again, forming the same kind of the length of this bullish candlestick. You understand? Because it's a week, it's a long time frame, right? So market can actually open again and then form the same candlestick pattern, but this time a red or bearish one. So it means that if that happens, then it means that the whole of the week, or yes, within the week, market has sold. So you understand? So you have to be very careful. So that is it. It's just a matter of joining the Telegram channel, looking at the live updates. Then what do? You decide. So my analysis, if you're not my direct mentee, will only serve as a confluence. Because I'm not advising directly, you are not my mentee. Otherwise, I think you are on your own. So that is it. So I won't waste much time here. That's what we have for the DXY weekly time frame. Let's move to DXY. Sorry, let's move to JPY rather. So JPY didn't work out right for me at all last week. So if you observe, I didn't give any what do you say signal on JPY, right? I didn't even trade it myself, right? Someone could say that but it means that the whole of the week market sold. So why didn't I join the ride? Of course, I don't trade impulsively, right? So I watch the market. If it confesses or confirms my confluence, then I jump in. If not, whatever it does, I'll leave it. Because sometimes when it happens that way and you force it and you enter, you lose. And then I told you on all my accounts, I don't mix different types of trade onto my account. Someone will say concurrent trading. I don't do that. So when it comes to DXY, I have DXY separate accounts, JPY separate accounts, and then I have stock indices also separate accounts. So that's what I do. And per my risk management, I've treated what is a proper risk management, a full video. Check in the advanced playlist is there. So how to manage your risk. It's a whole lot of, it's a whole scope of school, right? A discipline that you have to have. So that is it. So I didn't do much on the JPY. I was just only observing. Sometimes, yes, I just observe. I use that period as a back testing or for testing. I've also treated what is a back testing and for testing in the advanced playlist. Please check that. Very insightful. So that is it. So let's see 25th. Yes, 25th, the recap is that market went down. Now let's see for the 26th rather, what will be my perspective, right? So in fact, one thing about JPY is that trading JPY can be quite challenging, and you have to have the virtue of patience, else you always run into losses and even blow your account. So I say that if you are young and you are not very strong, you do not have upper hand in trading, sometimes I advise that you stay away from JPY because they will give you profit and then take it away. And market moves anyhow. It moves anyhow. You understand? It depends on if you study critically the economy of Japan, They are capable of doing anything to their currency. That's what they do. So you have to be mindful. So it seems I cannot say much on JPY. So what I will do is I'll give you live updates in the Telegram page, right? Now, so now what I can say is that maybe you can still enjoy the ride. But bear in mind, if you check on this my chart, there's a blue line here. To me, it's my resistance level. Sorry, support level, right? It's my support level. And now it seems, in fact, it does not seem, it is right that price has gotten to the support level. So gotten to the support level, price is capable of doing anything. You can reverse. You can actually reverse, or better still consolidate for some time and then continue. JPY is capable of doing that. It doesn't matter. JPY doesn't care about your um, technical analysis. So that is it. That's what I can say about JPY. So now last week also, gold was doing great, massive thing like usual. You understand? So I told you my style is to trade gold with DXY strength or move volume, liquidity. If I see strong liquidity or volume on DXY, then I do that with a gold. Otherwise, many a time I just try and stay away or I pass. So that is it. So you realize on DXY, look at the percentage even at the time of market closure. It was 0.17% on DXY, right? But look at gold, negative 1.61. Outrageous, and then in fact, mind blowing. So you see what is happening here. So supposing, in fact, no, but bear in mind, it doesn't mean I was not trading it. I told you that if you're my direct mentee, then we have signed, we have vouched the solemnization of taking risk. And for that matter, they trust me. And then if we go, it goes well, they understand. If it doesn't go well, they understand. But here is the case, you are not my direct mentee. So for you to actually gain your trust, sometimes I'll have to be on the safer side because your signals that I provide are free. And then even the free people, free services, they are quick to what even judge or have discourage. So sometimes that is what it happens. So sometimes you don't see any huge or uh, vivid setups or signals in the page, but that doesn't mean you're not trading. So sometimes I won't put any signal there, but I can't put a result of a particular position or trade. So that is it. So we offer free and then VIP services. So it's up to you, right? So whatever you think you can do, you do that. So thank you very much for watching. This will be the end of the episode. Like we said from the onset, right? Uh you can what check in this channel. We provide structured classes for beginners, intermediate, and then advanced, right? FX. And then provide you with some trading gigs, trading up, airdrops gigs, free of charge, right? Matter of teaching you what to do, and then we hope that things will go through for us. So that's what we do here. And then in this link, you find a broker link, XM Global, providing you 100% deposits. Whatever amount you put there, it will be doubled, commission free, and then their things are very easy. In our currency, you can deposit Ghana cedis through Momo bank card, and then in fact USDC, whatever option you want, it's available there. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay safe. Contact us if you need any help, any kind of help, and then we are here to assist you. We will say bye for now. Ciao.